First alert forecast. We definitely want to dress for 30s this morning with a clear sky. We've just got a little bit of wind, sunrise 7:52, and then temperatures will be taken off. So we're going to call it a layer day because you'll probably want a jacket first thing. Much of the valley cooling to mid 30s, our higher elevations freezing. And then we quickly warm up thanks to that sunshine. Also a turn to southwesterly wind. Today we have a southwesterly wind 5 to 10 miles per hour. Doesn't take much, but it helps to start guiding that warmer air up into our area, taking us from 35 degrees at 8 just after sunrise to 59 at noon, the normal high. And today we're going to crank it out to 73. Still sunny at 7 p.m. with your sunset not until 7:40. So hopefully a lot of time for you to enjoy those 70s throughout your afternoon to early evening. In between in that first alert forecast where you live, spreading out a lot of low 70s. All right, some more mid 70s the further south you look. I do think you could warm closer to 75 in Loudoun and 76 Athens, to 75 Oak Ridge and 73 Knoxville. Topping out closer to 73 Wartburg and 72 your high today in Jamestown. You're going to warm to right around 72 Tazewell, 71 your high today in Barberville, looking at the Tennessee-Kentucky line, 70 in Rogersville to 73 Dandridge and Pigeon Forge. Now we're going to keep things nice and clear even tomorrow as well. That is definitely some good news. There's just a couple little wispy clouds. We'll actually see more clouds rolling in tomorrow night with only some spotty rain, but that does leave us with clear, dry conditions and an extra breeze tomorrow. Yes, that adds into an elevated fire risk, especially Wednesday and Friday when we have the gusts around 20 miles per hour. So the air is already very dry. The ground's obviously pretty dry. We got a lot of kindling lying around, and then that extra breeze is all it would take. So just use caution. Don't burn anything outside this week. Just enjoy the mild afternoons. Now we're going to be near normal with a low of 43 Wednesday morning, 65 at noon. That southwesterly wind picking up to those gusts around 20 miles per hour in the afternoon and evening. 76 for you at 4 o'clock on Wednesday. Upper 60s at 8 just after sunset. And another thing stirring around along with that elevated fire risk from the breeze on Wednesday, it'll elevate the pollen counts. All right, so it's basically just going to start blowing all that tree pollen around. I got a lot of junipers that I've been seeing, alders that are pumping out that pollen. It'll also stir up the dust from the dry ground. So just a heads up, you may want to make sure your allergy meds are on your regular routine this week. As we do have at least some rain on Thursday. Unfortunately, the dry air limits this. Is basically it's moving across the state and falling apart. I do think we could still get some spotty rain along the plateau. Could kick out a little stray pop-up at the Tennessee-Kentucky line. Spotty rain could reach the southern valley and southern mountains, but again, at best, about 20% coverage of our area on Thursday evening and the early overnight. And those couple try to break through, but it is fading away as the breezy conditions and the warmth return on Friday. Only a stray pop-up, mainly in our higher elevations on Friday with those extra gusts and still plenty of warmth to end the week. Now that warmth is building out ahead of our next cold front, our next big weather maker. So there is still a risk for some stronger to severe storms. What we're keeping a close eye on though is I do think we'll have more of a damaging wind risk coming straight up through middle Tennessee into central Kentucky. So how much of that will hold together when it arrives here as we go into your weekend. So that's where we're going to watch that build and brew Saturday night into early Sunday morning, keeping a close eye on that for you in that first alert forecast. That'll take us from upper 70s on Friday. Still some scattered rain and storms at times throughout the day. Saturday, 70s to 60s, brief dip to 50s early next week as that front passes. Do have a couple of cooler mornings there, and I know that's the start of spring break for a lot of you. So we're obviously keeping an eye on that front before, during, and after in the first alert forecast.